Hi, I'm going to be test driving this Mercedes-Benz SLK AMG, and I'm pretty excited by that. I like to be pretty precise in almost everything I do, and the last time I was looking for a car was in June, and it was November before I found the car I was looking for. We hope to soon have a bit more free time, and with more free time, we'll be able to take that 3-day trip, and a nice sports car would be a great thing to do that in. Very nice. Very responsive. That was cool. That was a blast. Okay, that's fun. The acceleration, the handling, the braking, you couldn't ask for more. I wonder what this car is like under extreme conditions. Huh, still in pretty good nick. Not a dent. Impressive. So it seems to be that the Mercedes-Benz SLK AMG is impervious to different extreme elements. Unfortunately though, it was scratched owing to the missile attack. So unless you're planning on cruising through a war zone, in which case you'd probably be better off with a Sherman tank or something like that, then this is the car for you. This lesson is going to cover a different kind of preposition. It's going to cover complex prepositions. So complex prepositions include more than one word in the preposition, and these aren't as common as single word prepositions, but they're important to know and understand if you want to gain more flexibility in the English language. Complex prepositions are marked and diagrammed in very much the same way as simple prepositions. So, let's have a look at the list of complex prepositions. According to, ahead of, a la, along with, apart from, as for, aside from, as per, as to, as well as, away from, because of, but for, by means of, close to, contrary to, depending on, due to, except for up to, forward of, further to, in addition to, in between, in case of, in face of, in favor of, in front of, in lieu of, in spite of, instead of, in view of, irrespective of, near to, next to, on account of, on behalf of, onto, on top of, opposite to, other than, out of, outside of, owing to, preparatory to, prior to, proportional to, regardless of, save for, such as, thanks to, together with, up against, up to, up until, with reference to, with regard to. How do you mark this sentence? Here is the marking. The first prepositional phrase modifies the verb and tells you how about that verb. The second prepositional phrase modifies the noun and tells you which one about that noun. How do you diagram this sentence? Here is the diagram. How do you mark this sentence? Here is the marking. So the first prepositional phrase tells you where about the verb, the second tells you where about the verb, the third tells you how about the verb, The fourth prepositional phrase modifies the word speed and tells you what about the speed. And the last prepositional phrase modifies kilometers and also tells you what about the kilometers. How do you diagram this sentence? Here is the diagram. How do you mark this sentence? Here is the marking. So the prepositional phrase modifies the word animals because it tells you what kind of animals. How do you diagram this sentence? Here is the diagram. How do you mark this sentence? Here is the marking. So the prepositional phrase modifies the verb and tells you how about that verb. How do you diagram this sentence? Here is the diagram. How do you mark this sentence? Here is the marking. Across their country modifies the noun prisons and tells you what kind of prisons. The prepositional phrase because of lack modifies the verb and tells you why. And the prepositional phrase of crime modifies lack and tells you what kind of lack. How do you diagram this sentence? Here is the diagram. Okay, so that was complex prepositions. Go and do the exercises. We'll see you in the next lesson. Auf Wiedersehen!